Bitcoin is taking a dump right now, and although it's not that serious yet, I think there are chances that this could potentially get a lot worse. In my last video, I mentioned something like this, and people really in my last video, I mentioned this and people didn't really understand what I was saying. I guess it will make sense in a couple of days or weeks, when these things start playing out. But this is technical analysis, guys. You probably want to take it seriously. The thing you need to understand about the financial markets is that it is heavily manipulated. If you pay attention to the news to get your entries and stuff like that, you're probably going to be getting in late, or you're going to be missing the entire narrative, especially when you're not paying attention to technical analysis. In my opinion, technical analysis is what puts you miles ahead of the game so that you can understand exactly what is going to happen before it even happens. At the end of the day, the news is just a catalyst, nothing more. And the catalyst can either be in downwards direction or to the upwards direction, depending on what the news is. But at the end of the day, whatever the news is, technical analysis is going to show you before it happens, except in rare cases. All right, so enough rambling. Let me get to my screen to show you exactly what I'm saying. All right, so we are back on this chart. I don't know if you guys remember this one. This is exactly what I talked about in the last video. I was talking about this channel and how Bitcoin was already at the top of it. But what I want to talk about today more of is where we could be headed. So I drew on this what they call it, rising wedge for Bitcoin, and it was quite obvious that we were in a rising wedge. And you know the thing about the rising wedge, it always leads to the downside. Always. Let me show you something about the rising wedge. All right, so look at this. A rising wedge is represented by a trend line cut between two upwardly slanted lines of support and resistance, which is this resistance here and this is support here. In this case, the line of support is steeper than the resistance line. This pattern generally signals that the asset's price will eventually decline more permanently, which is demonstrated when it breaks through the support level. I mean, permanently may be a strong word, but it depends on how you're looking at it anyway. But for this, you can see how very similar this is. This basically is a rising wedge, and once we break below a rising wedge like this, it could be goodbye for that asset. Once we break below it like this, it could be goodbye. So what we are looking at is a drop to this side. This 90k would be a target that I would be looking at for Bitcoin. A drop to 90k would make a lot of sense, because this is where there is any major support, so to speak. So here is okay for me. And if this level fails, like I said in my other video, we could just be headed all the way down here, because after 90k, the next level of support is at 70k. Which was why I made that video talking about Bitcoin could go to 70k. One of the things to also look at is this stochastic RSI, which I mentioned in the last video as well. We had that cross. Ever since we had that stochastic RSI cross on the daily, it basically means that prices the momentum to the downside is increasing. And then we also have the MACD cross as well. These are two things I pay attention to a lot of the time, because they mostly are, they tell me what the momentum is and where the bias currently is in the market. And from what you can see here, the momentum is literally just starting. So if this gets crazier, it's just the beginning of the week. So likely it's possible that this dump is just starting and it could get worse as the week progresses. So maybe 90k, yeah, it's possible by the end of the week. And hopefully it's not something crazier like all the way down to 70k. Actually, let me check out the stochastic RSI on the 1 week. Okay, so look at this. It's I think 70k is honestly inevitable, because if this is the daily, right? Let's say this is daily. What I'm even looking at for Bitcoin is that we could get like a dump like this. We could drop all the way down to 90k, right? Get a little bit of a correction, maybe to like back to 100k. Possibly, or maybe 99k or somewhere thereabouts around where we are now, and then decline some more. I would not be surprised by a move like this. I honestly will not be surprised. And when I say things like this, people tend to think I'm crazy because it has not happened yet. But when it happens, then you understand that it is serious. Technical analysis is the most important thing if you want to start trading, because I don't understand, if you don't know how to analyze the market, what are you trading then? By the way, if you want to get better at technical analysis where you get to be able to conduct your own analysis yourself, then you should hop on my mentorship program or take any of my courses. Visit www.investorsden.com.ng and you're going to get access to that. Or you can just send me a DM if you want that. But yeah, this is what I'm seeing for Bitcoin. And I actually took some trades. Let me share that with you. All right, so this is my private group, and these are the trades that I took recently. I took a Jupiter trade, and I also took a Trump trade. This Trump coin, you guys, this Trump coin, I actually lost money on this because I actually bought on spots like I was advising people to. And yeah, I lost some money. I think about 50% of what I invested was what I lost. Hmm. Trump. Before I made this post, before I made this trade call, I was like, where is it? Trump coin is about to crash really hard. If you bought on spots, you should sell. I'm currently planning to sell my short position to recover my losses. I swear I hate meme coins. Yeah, I really do. I really do hate meme coins, honestly. They piss me off. And then I this was the trade call. I was like, using such a high leverage on a meme coin is probably not a smart thing to do. But I'll use it. But I'll do it because I vex. All Trump all Trump had to do was just say something like now he's keeping quiet like the video. Now then I made the trade call. This was it. And I said target was $24. And I was like, if I lose this trade, I will leave Trump alone to focus on the White House. Cause what the hell? Anyway, this was the trade call. You can see people were laughing there. Anyway, this is my private group. If you want to be in my private group where you can see all of my trades and everything that I'm doing in this market, then you should send me a DM or click the link in my bio or description below to chat with me or something. I don't know. Whatever. Try to reach out to me. Right now, my private group is just $2, but at the end of this month, it's going to be $4. $4. And you'll be able to see every single trade that I'm doing. So grab the opportunity while it's still here and that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.